Welcome to She Who Heals, the spiritual business podcast for healers to take up space and talk about the services they provide. When healers serve more lives, more people are able to live in the peace and joy this world has to offer. I'm your host, healer, and spiritual business coach, Alyssa K. Barrios. Hello world, and welcome back to another episode. I'm so excited because we are talking about one of my favorite topics. I'm pretty sure I say this every single episode, but that's why I have a podcast, because I'm here to talk about all of my favorite things. I'm also a really badass business coach and healer for women who are high performing, to help them get out of their own ways and help them release things that are not serving them, that they know they want to release, but no one is strong enough or wise enough to tell them what it is. And I'm only here to reflect it back to them, because that's what I do. I help you see what you already know is there, but unsure what to do with it. So with that being said, we are talking about excuses. What are excuses? How do I know when I'm making an excuse? And what do I do to overcome these excuses? Well, the first thing I want to share with you is do what needs to be done and stop making excuses. Do what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. But every single thing that comes out of the thought, out of the mind, out of our voices, out of our mouths and our hearts that stop us from doing what needs to be done is an excuse. So the thing that you're thinking about right now, the reason why you're on this podcast episode, the reason why you clicked listen, it's one, because you love me, and it's because you are trying to figure out how you can get to what you need to get to, and if you're making an excuse to get there. And the answer is you are making excuses. You're making many excuses. Maybe you're making an excuse that you don't have time. Maybe you're making an excuse that after this gets done, then I'll do that. Maybe you're making an excuse that, well, I don't feel my best, so I'm not going to do it until I do feel my best. Those are all excuses. Absolutely. And the best part is there is so much magic that is on the other side of those excuses. So let's take, for example, I cannot get this done because I do not feel my best. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe it's my cycle. Let me be honest. I love my cycle. I used to not, but I'm now understanding that I am a multifaceted woman. I can be feisty. I can be kind. I can be soft, and I can be intense AF. All of who I am makes me the queen at everything that I do, makes me the queen of my home, makes me successful so I can give everything I want to give to who I want to give it to whenever the hell I want. Okay, so the only way I am able to be this woman is because I've stopped making excuses. So again, I love my cycle, but she's here to work for me, not work against me. So if you are blaming your cycle for getting in the way of what you want and having what you want, you are putting yourself down. We need to be lifting ourselves up. So what does that actually mean? Well, since we're on the topic of cycles, if you are on your day one of your bleed and you are in pain, agonizing pain, don't resist her. Let your body do her thing. Call in sick. I don't care if your boss is going to judge you. I've been judged multiple times. I've been called a 12-year-old little girl because of her period. Okay, I'd be proud of a 12-year-old girl saying that she needs rest because of her period. That's not going to harm me. I knew it was supposed to make fun of me and put me down, but you know what? I'm going to own it. And there goes the magic outside of the excuse. I could have easily given that person an excuse. I could have easily gave myself an excuse of, you are being weak, but I let this be magic. I said, you know what? I'm going to continue to trust and believe in what I am, especially when it comes to something that is as natural as my bleed. So the magic in there, hopefully that person understood what they said was inappropriate. And two, you're allowed to take breaks when your body is asking for it. Ever since I've allowed my body to do her thing on her bleed, I feel amazing. I sleep in till probably 11 a.m. and I never sleep in like that. and I allow my body to do so. Since I've allowed my body to do what she needs to do, I create at the highest intention, the most beautiful and the fastest. Those who have a lot of things to do on their to-do list and want to get work done really quick, I create at lightning speed on the first day of my bleed. Some women might be different. But for me, once I stopped resisting her and I let her do her thing, I stand up like lightning speed and I'm ready to go. So magic is going to lie around the other corner inside of that excuse. So maybe you're making money as an excuse. Well, I don't have enough of this, so I can't have this. First off, we live in a infinite amount of resource and opportunity and creativity world. We're in 2022 now. There is literally everything and anything that you could ever need. And if you can't find that thing, then that might be your sign to create it, and welcome to your $1 million business idea. So if there is something that you want, let me, for example, give you an example of me, because it's my podcast and I can do that. And that's what I'm here to do. So let me give you an example. I used to despise makeup. I despised women who looked so flawless. Their hair looked flawless. Their makeup looked flawless. Their clothes looked flawless. Their toes looked flawless. Their nails looked flawless. Everything was just flawless. They had the flawless partner. It was just perfection. I always despised it because I thought that could never be me. I can't afford this. I can't afford that outfit. I can't afford to get my nails done. I can't afford to get that haircut. I can't afford all that makeup. I can't afford any of this. And I realized those are all excuses. The magic is around the corner. So what did I do? I started figuring out ways that I can do my makeup in practice. Did I look like a fool some days? Absolutely I did. Then I also realized I don't have to go and spend hundreds of dollars at the makeup stores. I was learning, oh my gosh, this $5 Target foundation works fucking beautifully. This $12 set of eyelashes works perfectly. So there is a balance of, okay, this is a little bit more pricier, but it is what I want. Great. There's also the ability to manifest sales. I walked into one of my favorite makeup stores and I manifested buying 2 different shades of lipstick and lip liner. I was like, God, let them be a combo. I have never seen a combo, but let it be a combo. I don't really know what I'm doing with my makeup. So if I could just have my lip liner and my lipstick coming together as one, that'd be great. I want 2 different colors. I want a bright red for when I'm feeling feisty, and I want a neutral one for when I'm feeling a little bit more low key, because at one time in my life, I was a little low key. Now I'm not so low key. However, going back to when I realized I was making excuses, I started learning, okay, let me just practice and play with this manifestation. I walk into the makeup store. All of the Kylie cosmetics were on sale. She decided to do a branding change. So everything she sold was, I don't know if it was 70% off. Let me just say I spent $12 for a lip liner and the matching lip stick. It's a gloss, but it fits like a stick. It's fantastic. Yes, $12. So I obviously was able to buy 2 for $24. And I still use those lip liners and lipsticks to this day. And I've actually done my own research on YouTube, because there's free resources everywhere. Learned how to combine different shades, play with it, put it even on. So the point is, everything that you want is possible. If you don't have it and it's you telling yourself that you can't have it yet, those are excuses. Those are excuses. Gosh, I want another example. What's something you're thinking about? Okay, maybe we're making excuses on, this is a good one. Maybe we're making excuses on why we are not choosing to leave something or someone that is no longer good for us. Okay? If you are already having that thought, and it's because you know that it's not safe and you know that it's not helping you grow anymore, and instead it's holding you back, everything that is stopping you from growing and moving forward is needed to be let go. Maybe it's your thoughts. For example, me and my partner now, I have been through very traumatic relationships. I was raised in a traumatic household, so I thought trauma was normal and I thought it was how life worked, and it was just something I continued to attract because that's what I wanted. I didn't realize I intentionally wanted it, but that made me feel safe being around trauma. So when I'm around this partner, when I'm around my man, my king, my love, my everything, love of my life, like he tells me every morning, I realized how many times I thought I needed to go and run and hide from this person because of my thoughts and my discomfort. I needed to let go of my past, my stories, my fear. This person was never and has never held me back. There is absolute evidence every single day that this person is only here to help me grow and give to me and help me move forward. Very different from relationships in the past that didn't respect my boundaries, told me multiple times that they would change behavior and didn't. It was all evidence that I was making excuses to stay in places that were holding me back. And I get it. It's very, very challenging to let go of something that we are commonly used to. It's very challenging to let go of something we've created a story and vision on because we want it to work so badly. And it's especially hard to let go of something that you've invested so much quote unquote time in because you thought, well, if you've already had 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years together, what about the rest of my life? I've devoted so much time to this person. Do you realize that your heart wants something and yet you're making excuses based on now these numbers and this timeline? When the reality is there's so much magic that is awaiting for you around that excuse. So imagine that excuse being a tall, huge, big fence in front of you. All you have to do is walk back, take a few steps back, and see if you can see the bigger picture and observe that entire fence. Where can you walk around it? And I guarantee that walk around it, it's going to be beautiful. And then once you go around that fence, you're going to see an entirely different view. And you're going to be so grateful that you observed the situation and decided to go around that excuse and do what needs to be done to get to where you are. So do what needs to be done and stop making excuses. Turn off the Netflix, let go of the TV shows. Like going back to our cycles, I am very in tune with my cycle. I worked with a cycles coach when I took out my birth control, and I wanted to finally get support in understanding my ovaries and understanding my hormones and understanding my relationship with my bleed because I knew there was one that I was not seeing clearly. So after intentionally working with this woman and learning about my own cycle, I'm fucking so in tune with myself, and I've learned so much, and I actually bring a lot of this connection and wisdom into my coaching sessions with my women now because there's so much power that lies within our cycles. Well, during my cycles, I have 2 weeks where I'm creating, I have ideas, and I have the energy to create. I also have the energy to work really hard at the gym and stay committed. And in that cycle and in that time, in those 2 weeks, I actually have less Netflix time. I honestly don't even watch TV unless it's with my partner because that's part of his love language is quality time. And so throughout the weeks, we actually don't really see each other that much because of our work schedules. So when we do have that 30 minutes or 40 minutes, because I'm very strict with my bedtime, that's my boundary. I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. at the latest. Like I need to be starting my nighttime routine by 9:15, 9:20, in bed at the latest by 10. And that's my non-negotiable, that's my boundary. So that means that by 8:30, maybe even 9, if I'm kind of pushing it, I give my partner at least 30, 40 minutes of uninterrupted time, just me and him watching our show. He's unwinding, and then I still have my time to do my unwinding and morning or an evening routine. So, but during the cycles of my creation, I don't compromise with myself. I don't give myself Netflix time. I remind myself it's going to feel good to get this done now when you have the energy to do it. Because the week leading up to my bleed, I am exhausted. I will create, but I'm exhausted because I still work. However, I am facing so much shadow and fear, and I'm facing so much heavy negative energy because that's the cycle of being a woman. If you are a man listening to this, I'm letting you know women are birthing every single month. It might not be a physical human, but we are birthing and dying. Like life and death is happening every month for a woman, and it's exhausting. So when a woman is exhausted that week before her bleed, dang, ladies, like we are releasing so much energetically, emotionally, mentally, maybe even physically. And in that season, I do need my time to unwind. I do need more time for me and less time constantly creating. And that is respected, understandable flow, because I'm observing and I have been doing the work to observe myself. So it's not like one day I just woke up and I thought I knew I had the answers to everything. No, it takes intentional work, and it especially takes observing that you are the only thing that is stopping and holding you back. If you want something, find the solutions to get there. If you want something, practice shifting the nervous system from thinking that all is doomed or life sucks or, oh my goodness, like for me, fight or flight mode, like a situation arises and all of a sudden I'm panicked. No more. That's actually not a thing anymore for me, even though that was, let's just be honest, that was a release of my last month's birthing and death process. But it's true. Like whatever you need to do to rearrange your nervous system, do it with grace, do it consistently until that's shifted. But just know you're going to have something else that's going to need to shift. And that's part of being a magical woman. We're leaders, we're pioneers. We truly, truly lead this world with the support of our masculine. So that's how I realize my excuses. I get the work done that I know needs to get done, but I also know the magic and flow of my internal cycle and my internal energy. So for you, do what needs to get done. If you're noticing yourself creating thoughts and stories that stop you from having what you want or stop you from doing the steps it takes to get there, notice that you're making up an excuse. How can I shift this into a solution? What can I do to solve this block? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to call? Where do I need to log in? What's the first step I need to take? What questions or answers do I need to find in this step? Maybe you need to call someone. Maybe you need to ask them a question. Maybe you need to log into an account somewhere and just observe. I promise you everything will flow. It just takes that one step. Maybe you need to create a flyer and post it somewhere. Maybe you need to post that flyer and see what it does for you. See if you can even post it. See what comes up for you as you see your face posted somewhere. Knowing from experience, there could be a lot of fear of judgment, fear of shame, fear of being seen. If we are afraid of being seen, that energy lives within us and around us, which blocks us from being seen. So there's magic around every corner of your excuses. Play with this thing we call life. Play with the idea that everything you want is already yours, and the best part is how you get there. That's where the joy and fun is. That's where the play is. That's where the magic and miracles lie. It doesn't have to be so serious. Life does not have to be so serious. It truly doesn't. And I'm also not saying that you have to sit here and be a comedian 24/7 of your life. Like, that's fucking exhausting too. Like, you can be a chill person who's calm and collective and observing and enjoying the present moment without being this wild person who just makes jokes 24/7. Like, also allow yourself to be who you are when you're at peace and what play looks like for you, right? I'm a pretty chill person when I choose to be, and I'm a pretty intense person when I choose to be. I'm a Gemini. I have multiple sides to me. Okay, so I'm going to observe and allow myself to be who I am when I am. And those who care, those who do their work, those who understand the beauty of this thing we call life will let me be who I am. And those are the type of people I want and need to surround myself with, because I have a lot of magic I'm creating and showing others how to create as well. It's not just being the magician of my life and creating lives and really like creating things in life that I never thought were possible. I only do this because I'm also here to teach it. So enjoy your journey. I love you. I have something really exciting, you guys, happening. I've been spending the past week, and I'll be spending next week, really devoting so much of this season of my life and death, my creation and birthing and rebirthing. I am giving you guys one of the best programs I've ever created that has been needed to be birthed, and it's coming at the most perfect divine timing as in life, because I had to learn so much so I could be able to share and teach it. And what I'm going to share and teach you is going to give you the answers that you've been looking for when it comes to money, when it comes to showing up for yourself and doing what it takes to have what you want, and when it comes to growing a business that you know is here to help others and also lead you into that next level of your life. So if that's something you're interested in, let's do this. Let's join the waitlist that is found in this link. This waitlist will also give you immediate access to the bonus that we have going on for all of you who are listening. And we also have, of course, our discounted price for our waitlisted. So join us. The link is in this bio. Get more information on the Next Level Healer that is going to be launched February 15th. It will be launched for you much sooner than that. I have so many incredible opportunities for you in this Next Level Healer that are going to be limited. So if you are on the wait list, you'll receive immediate access, so you won't have to worry about losing out on an opportunity that you feel called and drawn to. So let's get to work. Enjoy your life. Enjoy this experience. Make it playful. Make it fun. And if you're struggling to do that, well, then I ask of you to go turn on some music and dance. Go play. Go have fun. Go for a walk. Go outside and get some sunshine. If you can't get some sunshine, go take a nice warm bath. Drink some tea. If you can't take a nice warm bath or drink some tea, because for a long time I didn't have a bath. So what can you do instead? Go put on your favorite movie. Put on your nice fluffy socks. Take off your makeup. Put a face mask on. And go enjoy your movie. Go laugh. Go giggle. Go have fun. I love you, and let's keep going.